son, I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Black 80!
Tight end Ringo.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
here we go.
Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the safety creep. Move.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, Mike 51. 18. Squeeze, double. Mike 51.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Garoppolo. They'll run the screen with Mack. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It's taken to the 26. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run with Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Red, toss. Watch the ball.
Check the backer.
Alert. Hey, box truck. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky. And a throw right sideline is complete. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go. I got you. Check 43. 21.
Here's Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He's going to air one out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
21.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's go. Lock in. Bravo.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Push him back. Big gas. Motion. Pump.
Alert. Hey, Echo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Second and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, let's go. Check safety, check.
Lock in, lock in.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert flare.
Again, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, Haywood.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic. Man, I got you. Man.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Come on. You better bring it. Alert.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second down 6.
Right, 80.
Mike, 58, right there. Danny.
18.
Kill.
Alert.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it'll be third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
He'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Trubisky will throw, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch right.
This is Hines. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
12.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mack. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go. 180.
44. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On first down, Hines. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all.
Here we go.
Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
56 to Mike.
Garoppolo now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, wahoo!
After the interception, here's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 65. 180!
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 180!
It's 59, Mike the 59. Let's put him on the buses.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Here we go.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll go again to Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
80 weapons.
He's checking.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that'll set him back 5. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Joseph now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught by Richardson. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pick up there at 20 yards. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Alert, 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 alert.
Well, Trubisky going to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15.
Let's go.